until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby,
What up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with today's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Dubai Season 2, Episode 10 review. Want to let you guys know that today I'll be dropping my Temu haul video, so please make sure you check it out because I have another $100 coupon discount code for you guys, and I got so much stuff for only $200, okay? So please make sure you check out that video today where you see all of the dope stuff that I got from Temu for just $200, okay? Now, let's get into this week's review of Dubai. So we pick up where we left off last week with Lisa getting the girls custom-made gowns made by this designer from Bali, and Stanbury, Taleen, and Brooks don't like their dresses, and they complain about the way they look. The girls are sitting in the car waiting on them to come on so they can head out to dinner. They get tired of waiting because they have reservations, so they leave them. So Brooks and Taleen and Stanbury are inside complaining about the dresses and how they don't want to wear them. And they eventually decided they're not going to even go. They just going to stay at the villa and eat dinner together because they hated the dresses that much. I think that they were doing team too much. Like, you only wearing a dang on dress for what, an hour? Y'all having dinner at a private table. It's not like y'all about to be around a gang of people, and it's just for the experience. It ain't like she asking you to wear the gown to the Met Gala. Like, calm down. So at the dinner, Lisa tells the girls that she heard Taleen saying that her dress was ugly and this, that, and the third. And, you know, she's insulted. Her feelings are hurt because she says that she went out of her way, you know, to do this for the girls. So Sara, Saba, and Ayan agree with her. Like, they were just doing team too much and they were just being rude. So Brooks tells Sara, when Sara FaceTimes her, that they're not coming. And Lisa was like, see, I told y'all. So she just shaking her head. So Brooks also told Taleen and Stanbury that she was reading Lisa's text when she was in the car earlier that day showing them the dresses. And she says that she saw in the text messages that Lisa had picked out each dress for each girl, even though she said that the dresses were randomly chosen. So she basically was insinuating that she picked the ugliest dresses for them. I mean, wasn't none of the dresses all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way you style it, the way you freak it. Even Sara was like, she hated her dress, but she put it on and she looked nice, you know, in it. So Chanel feels that Stanbury is holding herself back from the group. She tells this to Lisa, Saba, and Sara. She says when they went to the little waterfall thing, you know, Stansbury didn't participate, and it's basically like she was insinuating that Stansbury, you know, doesn't participate in things, and it's like she's sabotaging herself. But then on the other side, it's like she uses it as an excuse to say that's why she's not close with some of the girls. And I somewhat see where she's coming from with that, because I feel like, why didn't you participate? You know what I'm saying? It's just for the moment. It's just fun, you know, just get in there with the girls. But the rest of the trip, Stansbury was a hoot. And she even said herself in her confessional that if her husband would have been there with her, she wouldn't have been able to turn up the way that she was. Like, I loved Stansbury in this episode. Actually, I love Stansbury, Taleen, and Brooks in this episode. Like, we really got to see a different side of Brooks. And it was a funner, lighter, goofier side that I wish that she would show more often. Stansbury tells Brooks and Taleen that she feels like as soon as Ayan and Lisa made up, she started hating her again. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all, because before they even got mad with each other, y'all was cool already. It was no issue between y'all. She got mad at you because you opened your mouth when you shouldn't have. But at the same token, Chanel, none of this would have happened if you didn't open your big mouth and talk too much. You know what I'm saying? So the other girls come back to the house, and immediately Ayan started going in on all of their asses. I was cracking up. Ayan calls them basic. She says that their outfits was basic. She says that they were so insecure that they couldn't even wear the dresses. And she then says to Taleen that the outfit that she wearing don't look better than the other dress. So basically, girl, you should have put that dress on, because what you got on right now don't make you look no better. Baby, I was hollering because Ayan came in there with that big bald head, honey, and was eating the girls up. So Taleen was like, I didn't feel comfortable wearing a dress. And Ayan said, but that makes you feel comfortable. Ayan is so freaking funny and rude. She gonna talk about it's like a $2 store brand. So then Ayan checks Stanbury for not coming, and because she's still mad at her for running her mouth. And what really stood out to me is that when she was going off on Stanbury wasn't going back off on her. Now, Stanbury ain't got no problem going up against none of the girls and clapping back. She did not clap back. She was just honestly just sitting there letting Ayan yell at her. And you could see like the hurt in Stanbury's face. You can tell that it really hurt her to see Ayan being mad at her. And I was very shocked by that. You can really tell that she grew to really like Ayan and like their friendship. And I was shocked once again that she just sat there and took it and didn't, clap back. And that said a lot to me about what she felt about their friendship. Eventually, Taleen ends up apologizing to Lisa. She says that she effed up. She should have, put the dress on and just went anyway. Brooks then apologizes too as well. Stanbury does not. Nobody was shocked about that. So the girls call it a night, and Taleen and Brooks were so funny together. They were acting like teenagers. You can tell like they have a long-standing friendship. And it really made me see Brooks in a whole nother light. Like I've never seen her joking around and playing and just being free and not being just a biznai and just being conniving for once. It was really honestly refreshing. And what cracked me up is that she tells Taleen that the only reason why she apologized is because she felt like she had to, because Taleen apologized. But like the moment where her and Taleen ducked up underneath the table when Ayan came back was so cute and funny to me. They were singing the same songs with each other, like just having a moment. And I was like, I wish that we could see more of this Caroline versus the other Caroline child. The next day, Stanbury takes Ayan out one-on-one so they can talk. And what was so funniest to me is the van ride over to the destination that they were going to. They did not talk to each other at all. Ayan was looking out the window. Stanbury was sitting there looking awkward. Like, it was so funny. The other girls go ATV riding. They had a great time. During Stanbury and Ayan's conversation, she apologizes to her and was like, if I would have known that the voice note came from Lisa, I would of course never done that. She apologizes profusely, and Chanel was just like, it really hurt me because I told you not to say nothing, and it messed up my friendship with Lisa. Her saying she can't trust me. She was like, I've never been told that before, and now I feel like I can't trust you. And, she was really giving it to Stanbury. I felt like she was kind of doing a little bit too much at some point. But once again, surprisingly, Stanbury was holding back on, being like, well, girl, F it. If you can't forgive me, then forget it. Because like she was really being apologetic. And for a minute there, Chanel was just steadily like sticking it to her. She started to get emotional and cry, and Stanbury reached across the table to hold her hand. Like, I really honestly feel like Stanbury genuinely has a love for Ayan, more so than any of the other girls, including Brooks. I really feel like they had started to build a friendship. And by the way, last week they filmed the reunion, and it looks like things are still bad between Ayan and Lisa. After the reunion, Lisa and Brooks had dinner with each other, while Ayan, Taleen, Sara, and Stanbury all went out to dinner separately, which was really sad to see. Lisa put up a post on her Instagram that night saying basically the reunion was successful to her, and that she basically proved all the other girls to be liars and all of this type of stuff. So I don't know. It's really sad and unfortunate. Ayan also says in her confessional that she thinks that she was so mad at Stanbury because what happened forced her to look at Lisa differently. Because remember, she said that she told Lisa before dinner that night that Stanbury, wanted to bring up the voice note and everything. She said that she had already told Lisa that she told Stanbury and Taleen. So when they got to the table and and Lisa played her and act shocked like she didn't know and saying she couldn't trust her, she was looking like, what the hell is that about? So I guess more on that is what's going to continue to pull their friendship apart from each other. And like I said in last week's episode review, that if Lisa did do that to her, then I would feel some type of way too. Because it's like you playing in my face and trying to make a moment, and it's like you trying to play me and like check me and sun me in front of the girls when you already knew what the tea was. Like that would make me feel like, are you doing this for TV? Like what do you got going on? So once again, I can't wait to see how everything is going to pan out with Lisa and Chanel, so we can honestly see where things really go awry between them two. So at the end of Ayan and Stansbury's lunch, they end up, making up. So the girls on their last night end up having like a little fun girls' night at the villa. And Sara, before they link up with the other girls, tells Saba that her little boo thing, Akin, is tripping. And it got her feeling some type of way because he told her that she isn't going to do a podcast with this famous athlete. And he don't want her to do it because he don't like the dude, even though he don't know him. And the dude be taking shirtless photos on his Insta or whatever. And the fact that he told her what she was going to do is the funny part to me. And, she said that it made her look at him different because she getting paid $45K to do this. And he ain't paying her bills, and he ain't even her man. Shit, from what I know. First of all, if I'm getting $40,000 to do anything, you ain't got nothing to say to me. Okay? It ain't even no conversation. And in an interview that I seen from Sara, she says that she found out that, he was a clout chaser. He got mad at her because she wouldn't film with him anymore during the season. She really saw that he was trying to, be on TV pretty much. So that's unfortunate. So Saba basically tell her, girl, F him. Like, no, absolutely not. Don't be letting this man tell you what you are and aren't going to do. I gotta give a shout out to Chanel's last look during the Bali trip. It was amazing. Like, that was reunion worthy of a look. Like, I wouldn't even worn that on that trip. It was absolutely stunning. The crown, the outfit, the crown just accentuated her bald head. She looked royal. Like, she looked amazing. Like, that so far for me was her best look this season out of all of them foolish gowns and stuff that she was wearing. But Sara hired a palm reader to read the girls' palms, and the palm reader was spot on with Sarah's reading. She told her basically it's a man in her life that is making her feel some type of way, not in a good way. He don't mean her no good. She need to leave him alone. She tells Taleen that it's a woman in her life that's bringing her sadness and she shouldn't trust her, aka Brooks, who is missing because she ate some cheese and she's lactose intolerant, so her butt was on the toilet. Then the palm reader tells Stanbury that she is going to have a little boy, and she freaks out because she has one embryo and it is a little boy on ice. And she tells Elisa not to hold something negative in her heart. And I'm guessing what's negative in her heart, and I've been saying this from the beginning of this season, she been feeling some type of way this whole time with Ayan trying to even be friendly or have any kind of relationship with Stanbury. Even though she likes to act like it's no problem, I don't care if she's friends with Stanbury, she feels some type of way because how Stanbury accused her of using other people's designs and borrowing money or getting money from investors for her company and all of this type of stuff. I think that Lisa felt like, you're my best friend, you shouldn't even want to have nothing to do with her after how she came for me. And I think instead of her voicing it to Ayan, she played the game of acting like, I don't care, you can be friends with her, you can be friends with whoever you want, I can't tell you who to be friends with. But really, honestly, I think that she was harboring in her heart, feeling like that's effed up that you would even be friends with this girl after you saw what she did to me. And I think that's what's negative in her heart. And it's unfortunate. It really honestly is. I hope that we're not seeing the same Lisa that we got from College Hill, because you know College Hill Lisa was a mess. Very messy. Very, very messy. So we shall see how this is going to end this season. Overall, I'm going to give this week's episode of Dubai, I'm going to give it a B-. It was a B-. I really loved Taleen and Brooks this episode. Like I said, they really brought the fun and the funny when they were dancing and singing with each other before ATV riding was just so cute. And unfortunately, you know, it's sad to see their friendship on ice as well. It's so sad. But y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all thought about this week's episode, who you think is in the right, who you think is in the wrong. Let's talk about it. Make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.